Buck. My name is Buck. Turn it up, turn it up. Happy fucking Independence Day. Yeah. Well, we sent the British packing, huh? Yeah, I just did that for the guys, my name is Buck. I'm also from Yokosuka. Alright, turn it up. Alright, but we're not excited about that. Buck stands for beautiful, underestimated, cuddly. Guys, thank you for having. It's been a great show so far. I came to talk about absolutely nothing and get drunk and sit with grandma and then go home later, but we're gonna get this thing started because I like grandmas. Guys, I just recently celebrated my 29th birthday. But calamity would strike. I realized I had one gray pubic hair. I'm pretty hairless and I only have 7 and 1 is gray. So I did like any other sane person and I gave myself a Brazilian. It feels good to the touch. I gave myself a Brazilian and it's kind of weird touching it. You know? But then this is where the 43-year-oldness kind of sneaks up on me. Because as I look down at my fresh Brazilian, you know, I'm gonna move some shit to the left, but I look down. My penis looked like a dying elephant in Thailand. The balls looked tuskless. The trunk was just to the right. We're not picking up any logs today. Just peanuts. You know, nowadays, especially for all of us that are in the military, it's quite difficult because everything is so PC. You gotta be nice, you gotta be good. You can't say things, you know. In particular, every time I go to work, I feel like I add no value to my job. You know, which is wonderful. But I'm gonna tell you guys a story. I was walking in the Hunch. And most of you guys know where the Hunch is. I was walking in the Hunch. And I saw this beautiful woman, which I thought was a beautiful woman. And as she got closer, she had on full makeup with a beard. And I was like, you know what? I love everybody. I've tried things 5 times just to make sure I didn't like it. Just to make sure I didn't like it. He's a big one. Yeah. So I tried things, you know, but as she got closer and I realized that she was a man, you know, I was gonna say, yes, bitch, nice makeup. I think it was an appropriate response. But instead, I was like, wow, that's a man. And she goes, well, at least I'm not black. She actually called me the N-bomb, you know. She did, and then there was this weird, like, Mexican standoff, like we walked around each other. You know, like shark versus crocodile, you know, black guy versus tranny. Can I say tranny? I like this crowd. They're like, fuck yeah, Buck, say whatever. Wow! Independence Day! Getting older is really crazy because, you know, I have to mark out. I feel like if I laugh too hard, I fart or I shit myself. So like, if I have a coffee from Starbucks, I have to map out all the public toilets en route to my house. But I'm a sailor and I have shit on myself before and I have no problem with doing it again. No problem. Guys, I have to thank you. I think it's very important though. You know, it's 2019, you know, this whole phase and this run of the millennials, but I think what the millennials are missing is something very important. Discipline. You know, because we've all been on base, and I'm going to tell you a story that was just, this is terrible. I got 45 minutes for lunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 45. And I had to go to the fucking post office. And the post office is a goddamn nightmare. They send you a slip, you don't always get the slip, they send you an email, your shit's never there. After you pick up something and you get home, then they send you another email going, you got 5 more fucking packages. Fuck the post office. But this particular day that I went to the post office, that I had 45 minutes to go to the post office, I went in there, I had my slip, and there was this lady in there with her fucking kids. She had 2 kids. I don't remember the little girl's name, but she was dressed as a princess, which I think is weird because at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, why is your daughter dressed as a princess? She'll never be a princess. They named her son was named Jameson. After my favorite liquor, I'm sure there's some kind of abuse there. And it would be on that particular day that this bitch had 47 packages from Amazon. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 45 minutes for fucking lunch. And she was a big girl, I need to paint the picture. She was about 4'11", 245 pounds. What? Yes, she was a dependopotamus, she was. She was a dependopotamus. And her kids were running all around the place. And she's like, Jameson, help mommy. And he's like, no, ah! And the lady in front of me is just like, she turns around, she's like, hey, Buck. I'm like, what's up, girl? And she's like, well, we gonna beat these kids? I was like, yeah, hold on, let's see how this shit plays out. The little girl is dancing around like a fucking princess. She'll never be a princess, it's fine. I now have 28 minutes left from my lunch break, and I haven't gotten a fucking package. And then the little girl is like, Mommy, I hate you. And I was like, you know what? You need to beat these kids. You need to fuck them up in the post office. I'm like, she's the reason why your shape is ruined, her. Kill her. Then the unthinkable happens. She finally gets half of her packages. Her packages fly all over the place. She's like, Jameson, help mommy. And Jameson's like, no, fuck you, mommy. And then I put my hand on my belt. I was like, and everybody in line was like, I looked at the guy at the end of the line and he just leaned back and he just locked the door. He was like, we united as parents, we're like, kill them, beat them, beat them, beat them. And then Jameson, his last attempt for his independence, he cocked back, he punched his mom in the titty. Her tit flew over her shoulder. It hit the corner of the mailbox and then slapped her in her face. She was assaulted by her own titty. So I took off my belt and I threw it on the ground. And then my belt has done something it's never done before. It started glowing and vibrating. And I was like, oh, pick it up. It's all the power you need. You are the last dragon. Pick it up. She grabbed the belt, and as the power of the belt coursed through her body, I was like, just hit him. And everybody was like, beat him. She goes in, she strikes. Missed opportunity. Jameson shakes it off. The girl in front of me was like, hey, you're a big girl, lean all the way back, get down, and strike. And I was like, beat. The guy at the end of the line, he's a little sign up on one of those fucking cards from the post office. She goes in and she strikes. Jameson collapsed. 15 minutes later, the police come. They were like, what happened? I don't know, I don't fuck with that bitch like that. And I never got my fucking packages. Thank you guys, my name is Buck, you guys have been fun!
Get out the bar! Okay, so I get a lot of attention, I did the MC, but the